5 powerful idioms that can make you sound more natural and confident at work. Let's dive in.
Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to English Hangout, your go-to podcast for learning English in a fun and practical way. I'm Isabella.
And I'm Alex. Today, we're focusing on 5 super useful idioms that will help you sound more professional and fluent in the workplace.
If you've ever been in a meeting where people are throwing around phrases that don't seem to make sense, like hit the ground running or back to the drawing board, don't worry, we've got you covered.
Stick around till the end because we'll not only teach you these idioms, but we'll also give you real-life examples that you can use right away.
Hit the ground running.
Let's start with hit the ground running.
Hit the ground running?
That's right. What does that mean?
It means to start something with energy, focus, and enthusiasm without wasting time. Imagine it's your first day at a new job, and instead of slowly settling in, you immediately dive into projects and start contributing. Your boss might say, "Wow, you really hit the ground running."
Exactly. Another example. If a company launches a new product and it becomes successful immediately, they might say, "Our product hit the ground running, selling thousands in the first week."
Or let's say you're a student and a new semester starts. While others are still organizing their schedules, you've already completed a few assignments. Your professor might say, "You've really hit the ground running this semester."
So, whenever you want to express that someone starts something with high energy and efficiency, use hit the ground running.
Hear it in action.
Hey Jake, welcome to the team. How's your first day going?
Thanks, Sarah. It's been great. I've already drafted a social media campaign and started analyzing last quarter's trends.
Wow, that's impressive. Most people take a few days to get settled, but you really hit the ground running.
Yeah, I figured I might as well dive right in. No time to waste.
That's the spirit. I can tell you're going to be a great addition to the team.
Back to the drawing board.
Alright, the next one is back to the drawing board.
That sounds like starting over. What does it mean?
Exactly. It means starting from scratch because something didn't go as planned. Imagine you and your team work for weeks on a presentation for a client, but during the meeting, they reject the idea completely. Instead of feeling discouraged, your boss might say, "All right, team, it's back to the drawing board," meaning, it's time to come up with a completely new idea.
Oh, I see. So if a company releases a new product, but customers don't like it, they might say, "We need to go back to the drawing board and redesign it."
Exactly. And here's a personal example. If you're baking a cake but it turns out terrible, you might say, "Well, that didn't work. Time to go back to the drawing board and try a different recipe."
This idiom is great for when things don't go as planned, and you need to start fresh.
Hear it in action.
Well, that didn't go as planned. The client wasn't happy with the new interface.
Yeah, they found it too complicated. Looks like it's back to the drawing board for us.
Agreed. We need to simplify the navigation and rethink some of the features.
I'll schedule a brainstorming session tomorrow. Let's take what we've learned and come up with something better.
Sounds good. We'll get it right this time.
Think outside the box.
Next up, we have think outside the box.
That means being creative, right?
Exactly. It means to come up with new, innovative solutions instead of doing things the traditional way. Let's say a company is struggling to increase sales. Instead of just advertising in the usual way, their manager tells the team, "We need to think outside the box." That means they need fresh, creative ideas, like using social media influencers or interactive ads.
Got it. Another example, if an engineer is trying to design a machine and traditional methods aren't working, their boss might encourage them to think outside the box and explore unconventional solutions.
Exactly. Even in daily life, this works. Imagine you're planning a birthday party, but you don't want to do something typical like dinner at a restaurant. A friend might say, "Come on, think outside the box. Let's do something different, like a mystery-themed party."
This is a great phrase for when you need to be innovative.
Hear it in action.
We've tried everything, cold calls, emails, traditional ads, but nothing seems to be working.
Maybe it's time to think outside the box. What if we host a live webinar instead of just sending emails?
That's an interesting idea. We could invite industry experts and make it more interactive.
Exactly. People are more likely to engage with something fresh and unique.
Let's pitch this idea to the boss. It might be the creative push we need.
Bite the bullet.
Now, here's a tough one. Bite the bullet.
That sounds painful. What does it mean?
It means to accept something difficult or unpleasant but necessary. Imagine you have a huge exam coming up, and you really don't feel like studying. But you tell yourself, I need to bite the bullet and start studying. That means you accept that it's tough, but you do it anyway.
Or if a company has to make budget cuts and lay off employees, they might say, we hate to do this, but we have to bite the bullet and make some difficult decisions.
Right. And if you need to get a painful dental procedure, you might say, I really don't want to go to the dentist, but I have to bite the bullet and get it over with.
Definitely useful when you need to face something tough.
Hear it in action.
Karen, I wanted to follow up on my request for a salary review. Have you had a chance to discuss it with HR?
Yes, Mark. I appreciate all your hard work, but unfortunately, due to budget constraints, we can't approve raises this quarter.
Oh, I see. That's disappointing, but I understand.
I know it's not what you wanted to hear, and I really wish it were different. I had to bite the bullet and deliver the news.
I appreciate your honesty. I'll keep doing my best and hope for better opportunities next quarter.
Call it a day.
And finally, let's talk about call it a day.
That means stopping work, right?
Exactly. It means stopping work either because enough has been done or because it's the end of the day. If you're working late on a project and it's almost midnight, your teammate might say, let's call it a day and finish the rest tomorrow.
Or if a construction crew has been working all day and finished their tasks, the supervisor might say, great job, everyone. Let's call it a day.
Right. Even at home, if you've been cleaning for hours, you might say, I think I'll call it a day and relax now.
A great way to wrap up a productive day.
Hear it in action.
Anna, we've been at this for hours. I think we're finally done.
Yeah, I agree. I've reviewed everything twice, and it looks solid.
Should we check it one more time?
I don't think we need to. We've done enough for today. Let's call it a day and look at it with fresh eyes tomorrow.
Good idea. Let's get out of here before we start overthinking it.
Rapid review.
That was a fun discussion. I think we really hit the ground running with this episode.
It really was. Bite the bullet is such a useful phrase. I feel like I've heard it a lot, but it's one I find myself using often with my students.
And I like think outside the box. It reminds me to always be creative in problem solving.
Yes, and these idioms are great because they help make conversations sound more natural and fluent. Speaking of which, I think we should call it a day for this episode.
Absolutely. So today, we covered hit the ground running, back to the drawing board, think outside the box, bite the bullet, and call it a day.
Let us know which idioms you've used in the comments.
Thanks for hanging out with us on English Hangout.
Until next time, keep learning and keep practicing.